Hello and welcome into today's edition of the Arizona State Sun Devils Insider Podcast. My name is Kevin Hicks and I'm the lead beat writer for Arizona State Sun Devils on SI. And I am so thrilled to join you on this Friday afternoon. We are now just over 5 weeks away from the Arizona State football season starting. As a matter of fact, 36 days out as of this recording, and tomorrow morning it will be officially 5 weeks from the start of the season. And it's been documented more than enough. This is the most anticipated Arizona State football season in a long time. In a very long time. Even more so than 2021, even more so than 2015. You can go back 3 decades probably to find a season that's been as anticipated as this one. There's just so much excitement around Tempe. The players are all locked in. The coaches are all locked in. Fall practices are about to start, and Camp Zona will be next week. And I could not be more excited to cover this football team in the 2025 season. And I'm so grateful for each and every one of you that supports me each and every day. Absolutely could not do it without you. Before we get started in today's episode, please give me a follow on X/Twitter at khicks_21. Your support means the world to me, and that is just one way to support me. Yeah, let's get started in today's episode. So today, I wanted to continue the theme of previewing the roster. We've touched upon it a little bit in the past, but since the season is fast approaching, I feel like now is an appropriate time to get a little refresher on what we're looking at going into the season. So defensive line, if you've seen my content on Arizona State Sun Devils on SI this week, I've done a lot of breaking down what defensive line coach De'Ron Reynolds had to say on the Speak of the Devils podcast, which is another popular Arizona State podcast locally, and got me thinking about, is the Arizona State defensive line the deepest group on a team that's already considered pretty deep? This could be the deepest roster Arizona State's had in some time. And the defensive line is not much of a concern. Obviously, pass rush is a concern since they were not able to get consistent pressure on quarterback last season, but when they were, it was very, very evident. It was very, very potent, and it played right into the hands of the secondary. And obviously, let's get started by talking about Prince Dorbah off the edge. Dorbah led the Sun Devils with 6 sacks in 2023, showed some of that high-end ability that had him recruited by top programs in college football, such as Texas. He played in 7 games last season, but he struggled with injuries frequently, so that wasn't necessarily the best representation of him as a player last season. Now that he's back fully healthy, one can assume that he'll very much return to form and be a consistent threat off the edge, and that should feed right into Clayton Smith and Elijah O'Neal as well. Clayton Smith, former 5-star talent, didn't really work out at Oklahoma. He flashed a lot of talent in Tempe last season, and a little more consistency from rep to rep could see him posting double-digit sack figures. He has that potential as well. Elijah O'Neal as well. Athletic freak going into his last season of collegiate football. He is one of the X factors on the Sun Devils defense. There's the talent on this Arizona State defense that Brian Ward has been handed cannot be overstated in terms of quality and depth. There's just so many X factors. There's so much high-end talent. There's a lot to look forward to on the defense just as much as the offense, which obviously the offense will get the lion's share of attention and credit, but the defense as well. We've only mentioned 3 names so far for the defensive line. There are many, many more to get to. And we'll go next to Michael Gardner, who was a local recruit out of the Phoenix area. I believe he went to Liberty High School in Peoria, and he committed to Oregon in the 2023 class. Didn't really work out over the first 2 seasons in Eugene. He decides to make a trip back home and play for Deron Reynolds, and he should step in as one of the major players on the defensive tackle spot, and there's a lot to like with his game as well. He's very, very twitchy for a defensive tackle. Strong, instinctive. Just didn't get a lot of opportunity due to the sheer amount of talent, the volume of talent that Oregon possesses. So, yeah, and we will move to Zach Swanson. Zach Swanson is one of the many X factors on the Arizona State defensive line as well. A transfer from Texas, just like Prince Dorba, a local recruit. Once again, I believe he went to Brophy Prep. He impacted multiple games in the 2024 season and was a large reason why the Sun Devil rush defense ranked as the best in the Big 12. So there is certainly a lot to like, and Swanson's considered a depth piece to the defense. He's not even a starter, but he still makes a massive impact, and that's just a testament to the culture that's been built by Kenny Dillingham and Deron Reynolds and everybody else. CJ Fite. As you all know, frequent page visitors, frequent podcast viewers, I am a huge fan of CJ Fite. He is an absolute leader by example. He has grown an incredible amount since joining the Sun Devils program in 2023. He made a major step forward in 2024, all Big 12 honors, dynamic run stopper, phenomenal athlete in open space. You could consider him a game wrecker at this point. It's getting very difficult for opposing offensive lines to run a coverage without double teaming Fite, and that opens up pass rush lanes for the guys off the edge. Fite is just one of those guys that has that motor, has that will, has that way, has the talent and the drive to be great, and he really could end up being the best player on the Sun Devils in 2025. I don't think that that's overstating things. I think he has as high of a ceiling as a Sam Levitt, as a Jordan Tyson, as a Xavion Alford. He's really that great, and so looking forward to watching Fite and what he can do in 2025. And as we're winding down, I also wanted to bring up Justin Watley. Already has become a fan favorite in Tempe. Just 1 year into his tenure as a Sun Devil, obviously transferred from Cincinnati. Just like Chimon Mateer, as you notice a pattern, there's players that come from different programs, multiple. We also have that with Nyland Green and Kendrick Breedlove this season, who came from Purdue. But that aside, Justin Watley was talking earlier in this week about how much Arizona State has meant to him. He's already gotten an Arizona State pitchfork logo tattooed on his leg, actually. So that just shows how passionate he is about the program. He made several big plays over the 2024 season, including a key fumble recovery, I believe, in the Iowa State game in the Big 12 championship. I will have to go back and confirm that, but I believe that's what it was. And he's just considered another depth piece as well, but he's really a starting caliber talent, and that's just, once again, a testament to the culture that's been built, a testament to the groupthink, the team-centric approach over the individual approach. These guys are all willing to sacrifice for the better of the team, even if they are phenomenal talent. And the 2025 Arizona State football season is shaping up to be one for the ages if they go out on the field and play to the level that fans know they can on a consistent basis. All right, that's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and please follow me on X/Twitter at KHicks_21 if you get the opportunity to do so after this show concludes. And once again, thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow.